Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show 20 vertical gardening ideas and trellises that I'm using in my garden. I never paid full price for any of these, so a lot of budget-friendly tips coming up as well. Number 1. We will start with this arch that I made for my climbing roses. I used an old tomato trellis on one end and large shepherd's hook on the other side. So these two give sturdy support to the arch. I got both of these from an estate sale. In the middle, I used a steel ladder, which you can easily find at big box home stores. I got it for about $2 and a few cents. I twisted its end on the two supports at each end. And now I'm training the rows on it. Number 2. We have this trellis. Again, got it from an estate sale. It is very sturdy and the shape is very pleasing. So even if nothing is growing on it, it still looks nice. I grow different vines on it every year. Number 3. With vertical gardening, you save a lot of space, which means sometimes you have to get creative. For example, I have this narrow area in front of this large window and we get good sun here. But in summer, it gets really hot on the inside, behind this window. So I added push pins on both sides of the window and added some twine and let pole beans grow on it. We got pole beans on the outside and some cooling on the inside because of the vine shade. It is a kind of permaculture concept. Number 4. On the other side of my garage door, I have this beautiful, strong yet short trellis. I got it from Walmart for $5 in fall season because a lot of garden stuff goes on sale at that time. I have clematis growing on it, and in summer, Malabar spinach grows on it. So beauty and food from the same area. Number 5. Similarly, on the side of my garage wall, I have two pear trees that I'm training as espalier. I could have used a T-post system, but it is in the front yard and I wanted something nice here. So I found these trellises for $13 and a few cents each from Lowe's in fall season when they were selling at 1/3 of their original price. Number 6. These are quite tall. I got 4 of them. So 2 are supporting my pear trees here, but the other 2 I used to make a pretty doorway kind of structure for my berry garden. I grew cucamelon on these, which my kids loved. Number 7. In my backyard, I use my deck as a big trellis and grow many annual plants on it by letting them climb on it. They get killed in winter and I get my deck back, no harm done. Number 8. You can see these 2 white wooden trellises as well. Again, grabbed them on discount during fall. I would train snake beans on these and then let it sprawl on the deck. Number 9. The smaller tomato cages can act as good support for smaller, lightweight plants such as these peas or peppers, but I don't trust them for big tomatoes. Number 10. For tomatoes, I made these large tomato cages from construction steel mesh, and these are about 6 feet tall, I think. I found a roll of it for $8 at Restore and cut it into several tomato cages. I have a video on it. I will link it in the description. Number 11. The most common vertical structure ignored by gardeners is the existing large shrubs in their garden. For example, I let my cucuzzi plant sprawl on this evergreen shrub. And I even grow lots of bitter melon by letting the vine climb on this lilac. Number 12. Nothing beats the beauty of an arch, especially if you get to walk under it. I got this one for $30 at a garage sale in my neighborhood. Estate sales are really good places to find nice arches. I'm growing a grapevine on it because it needs sturdy support. Number 13. Right next to it, you will see these bamboo sticks with our DIY garden twine. I grab a pack of bamboo sticks every time I find it on discount in big box stores. The garden twine is old t-shirts that were too old to donate, so we cut them into stripes and tied their ends together to make a large rope. Together, these two are so useful to make different kinds of plant support. Number 14. Next, we have two of these arches that I made about 2 years ago for a cost of $15 each, using stuff I found at Restore, which is kind of thrift store for home repair kind of things. I have a video dedicated to these arches. I will link it in description. What I love most about vertical gardening is that it elevates the garden so nicely, making it aesthetically pleasing and saves so much space. Number 15. I have a narrow garden because of all the 3 trees in backyard. So to make the most of it, vertical gardening is coming in very handy. I have these big teapots that I got at half the price from a nearby nursery, and I have them about 8 feet apart with link chains running between them. You can use a wire too. I am using this system to grow Concord grapevine, a persimmon espalier, and a peach tree espalier. You can run a mesh on the link chain or a wire between the 2 T-posts and grow so many climbers on it. Number 16. Right behind it, you can see a steel ladder. I literally pressed it into dirt on both sides and made this small arch, and I'm growing peas on it. The steel ladder can take lightweight fruits like peas, cucumbers, but I won't grow big melons on it. Number 17. Right next to it, I have these 2 feet rebars pinned into ground, on which I made a PVC support for my tomato cages. But you can run some twines or mesh from it in the PVC pipes and grow so many climbers on it. Number 18. I keep a 7 feet steel mesh that I use as needed every season. Last year, I bent it into a house shape and grew cucumbers on it. Before that, I bent it into half arch and made a cherry tomato arch on it. Number 19. We truly suffer from a lot of mulberries growing up every year. I do not want to use harsh chemicals to kill these. So I let them grow and then cut those branches and dry them. These are surprisingly very strong sticks. I then use them to make tippy style trellis or use it to hold garden mesh around my plants. Number 20. I found these A-frame cedar trellises for $4 each. Their original price was $16. These are so easy to move and so versatile. I grew tomatoes on it last year. I even used it to make a small arch for my kids to run under it and play. And this is a very simple design that can be easily made at home. I will link the DIY garden arch video here for you to check it out next. I hope you got some useful ideas from this video. Please show your support by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. Thanks for watching.